for the continued, so that we can understand how do we really go business practically from different people who are really in the real, from the industrial base. At this moment, allow me once again to introduce to you, I'm Dr. Mugume Benon from Makerere University Business School, Mbarara campus. And together we can really make it, we can understand business resilience, and through a number of different topics. And today's topic is about the business growth sustainability. Before we move any inch, let me request Madame Brenda Kabasinguzi to take us through in this, give us a morning prayer so that you can proceed appropriately. Over to you, Brenda.
Good morning, everyone. Let's humble ourselves for a prayer. Lord, we thank you for this wonderful moment. We thank you for this day. We thank you for our hosts and the people who are going to give us knowledge this morning. Let us get something which is going to develop us, and let's be blessed. In the name of Jesus Christ, we've prayed. Amen.
Amen.
At this particular time, allow me to, in the interest of time, I would like to, first of all, appreciate the attendance and recognize the presence of our dear director. I think he's already online. And the other guests that I'm not able to see, I really also recognize you, though I'm not able to see different participants. I'd like to take this opportunity to request our director, in the interest of time, to invite our dear principal, Professor Barinywa, the author and actually the brain behind all these business series that we have been going through, and the one who helped us to really establish Makerere University Business School. At this particular time, it is really a wonderful university, a university that has really attracted many people in the region and has become a benchmark of research as well as the business ventures in the region and on African continent as well. Dear Director, I would like to request you at this time to request our dear principal to give his keynote words in regard to our topic of tonight and in line with business resilience. But particularly, before maybe you request him, I would like also to emphasize that the principal focuses so much on the theoretical approach in as far as the business growth sustainability is concerned, to give us a roadmap of the business sustainability growth as an expert, as a scholar who has been in this area for a long time, so that the practitioner, Joseph Mugume, later will give us the real feel of it in the real practice. Thank you so much, you, Director.
Thank you, Benon. I hope I am heard.
Yes, I can hear you.
Loud and clear. Yeah, thank you, Benon, for this resilience. And our guest speaker, Joseph, thank you for joining us, and our staff. I can see the heads of departments are on call. Thank you for joining. We are sorry to keep on bothering you early in the morning, but we know it is important. The earliest bird catches a worm. So thank you for joining in. I encourage those who are joining with the phones, please join in with your name so that we can get to know the person we are discussing with this morning, we are sharing the knowledge with. This is a practice of sharing our knowledge with the practitioners. We were brought to Mbarara so that we can be able to bring services near to the people and we would want to continue engaging people from Mbarara so that we can be able to have some impact in whatever is going around in business. We normally see business, businesses open and close. They never see the third year. They never celebrate. Some of them even never celebrate the first birthday. So we want to keep on engaging you, especially the community, so that you can borrow a leaf, so that we can share with you how you can always, survive with your business. And of course, we bring you the prominent, the surviving, and the experienced people who are in the business, who can be able to share with you the jargons, the disequilibrium, whichever happens to their business, so that you can be able to learn how to go about it. I know Professor Warunwa, I haven't seen him on call, but I think he will join us on the way. Perhaps. Oh, okay, fine. Thank you. Thank you, Professor Warunwa, for joining us. Thank you for the encouragement you have given us. And we would want to call upon you today, this morning, so that you can share with us the theoretical view of business resilience. We have got our host, who is the ED of EBO SACCO. He has been our student, and he has been in EBO SACCO for some time. He has been able to drive it to where it is. So we would want to call upon you, Professor, to share with us so that we make the community learn what we do. Thank you, Professor. You're welcome.
Thank you very much, Director. A very good morning to all of you colleagues who are on this call. It's good to see such numbers so early. I want to thank you on the campus for the continuous effort to see that we go out to the public and we're able to share information and knowledge with the public. You will excuse me, I'm with some students somewhere and the network is not so good, so I'll not speak for very long, but we're talking about resilience, which is that an organization that does not make profit in the long run cannot survive. So all other than the non-profits, if you want to succeed as an organization, you must be able to look at the profit element. To be able to sell, you need to have the customer and the interest of the customer. And I think we have seen some of these issues here on this call. So I think that the experts who are coming in with these issues should be able to let us know some of the issues. But I would like to say profitability is very important. Profitability comes out of sales. To be able to get sales, you need to understand the customer well. And to be able to understand the customer, you must be able to do market prospects. Now, the other things about sustainability is liquidity. A company may be profitable, but if it is not liquid, it cannot survive. So this is something important for us to think about, that yes, we should be in a position to ensure that while we're making profit, we are liquid, we have sufficient cash to do what we want to do. Otherwise, somebody may be profitable, but has so much credit and debt that he's unable to do the transactions. So let's listen to the experts in this. I want to thank everybody who has joined, and I wish you good deliberation. Back to your host.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Professor. Thank you for that kind of guidance and roadmap in understanding the business growth, sustainability. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, in the interest of time, allow me to invite our guest tonight, who is Mugume Joseph, the Director General of EBO SACCO, that has spread its branches in different areas of the country, and who has been in the field of this business of farm growth for a long time. Mr. Joseph, you are most welcome, and you are one of our old students, master's MBA students, and generally who really made it on record time. And we really appreciate you for always coming back whenever we are in need of you. Mr. Joseph Mugume, over to you. Time, you can always just take not more than maybe 25 minutes to allow Q&A session for some kind of familiarization questions, just not something really to ask or to go into theoretical understanding. Over to you, Mr. Joseph Mugume.
Thank you, Dr. Benon. Morning, everybody. My name is, as you have heard, I'm Joseph Mugume. I'm actually a student of MUBUS. I have a diploma from MUBUS, postgraduate. Then also, again, I have an MBA from MUBUS. That's why actually I appreciate your call. When you invite me, I endeavor to come to address you, especially you academicians. Thank you so much again for giving me the opportunity to come and also share my knowledge and experience with you academicians and other practitioners, how we do business. So straight away, I will go to the topic of today, which is about business growth sustainability. And this regard, I'm going to look especially use a case study of financial cooperative, and these are SACCOs, especially those which are rural-based, and how are they able to survive, a case in point like EBO, amidst all this competition. And remember, the competitors, we have commercial banks, we have MDIs, these are micro deposit taking institutions, and recently there are also mobile network operators like MTN, Airtel have actually come on board. Then we have microfinance institutions and money lenders, and of course, other SACCOs. So I would say a SACCO like EBO, amidst this competition, survive, you must be very, very strong and having systems and structures. And first of all, these SACCOs, they come from humble beginning, of course, from village-based organizations, and some of them actually now we are now scaling up to be even supervised by central bank and provide a wide range of finance services. So you can imagine starting from a humble beginning at the village level and now being prepared to be regulated by central bank. That's a long journey, but of course, there are critical factors which bring all this success. And as I said, one of them is that you must be having proper working systems and structures. What do I mean? For any form of business to survive and grow and become more sustainable, you need internal control systems, you need organizational structure, you need segregate duties so that the business is well aligned. And that's why in most cases, businesses that don't survive, that the one who Professor Pontius was talking about, which lasts for 3 or even 1 year, in most cases, they don't have systems and structures. And among these systems and structures, we as practitioners, you must be having visionary leadership. These are, of course, the board members who provide the oversight role to the institution. So if you don't have proper governance, I want to assure you that your business will not actually survive, because in most cases, board of directors provide the strategic direction and focus. And if that one is not there, I must assure you that your business will not survive more than 3 years. So that one is very, very strong factor. And those who have their business should actually make sure you have strong visionary leadership who can provide that oversight role. Secondly, for a business to survive, and thrive amidst this competition, you also need, of course, management, which are actually also visionary and technical, have all the skills and the capacity to actually run a business. And this, of course, management and staff must also be motivated, highly motivated to do the business and move it to an extra mile. And once they are motivated, you also, of course, you retain them, they not move around, and you keep on building their skill and developing them, then they'll be able to build and grow the business and to become more stronger. Of course, without forgetting that, especially in rural-based a community like this one, you need products and services which are actually developed using a market-led approach. This means if you are developing your products and services, you make sure that you are involving the customer. You know the customer's needs, the customer's wants, and you must involve them, especially when you are developing and refining your products, so that they can actually be tailored to their needs in most cases. That means you actually have a very big market and, of course, loyal customers who will actually take your products. And therefore, it will be another critical factor of the success of your business. Also, what I've also found out in this, of course, the industry, is that your business model also matters a lot. And this business model must be tested and believed in by the board and management and customers' needs in a fair way, in a fairly successful manner. Business model, for instance, our business model in financial cooperative is that we are member-based, member-owned and used. Therefore, you must make sure that members themselves look at this business as actually their own. And therefore, they are able to invest in it and also come and take loans, which they will be able to pay back in time. And that one will also reduce the portfolio at risk and also grow some revenue for institution. Also, in this modern industry, another factor that you should consider most if you are to make sure your business become more sustainable is the actual use of technology. Yes, business must be aware of the potential and opportunities in technology, especially in driving growth and sustainability. And this is where I also brought in the mobile network operators. You know, even here in Uganda, this MTN, Airtel, they're actually now going into almost in banking industry. They are offering mobile money and also becoming actually stiff competitors. So this means if you also survive in this industry, especially in modern times, you must also align your business very well with technology. Make sure you can also leverage on technology to offer your services and products by creating like multi-delivery channels that you can actually, somebody can access his or her money over the phone without actually need to going to the branch. This one will also save time, of course, and costs. So you must also make sure you embrace technology and you have proper systems that can actually help you, like management information system, also produce and also get some reports, real-time reports to make informed decisions. So it is very, very key to make sure your business is well aligned with technology if you are to be more sustainable. Then also, I looked at the business processes must be governed by clearly defined and followed rules. This business that you see in most cases, why they fail, you find most practitioners or those who are starting business don't have proper policies and guidelines in place. But I want to tell you that business without policies, guidelines, will not actually survive any longer than actually 1, 2, 3 years, because you need to have policies about risk management framework, about operations, about administration, about finance, about business continuity plan. All those are policies and guidelines which should be in places. And once they are not followed, even about also human resource policies must be in process. All these ones guide you how to manage some risks. Of course, when you are doing business, you be well assured that there are very many risks that actually come along with, and these inherent risks, you have to manage them or mitigate them through processes and the guidelines which actually embedded in policies. So it is very paramount that if you are to do business and that business be more sustainable, you must have proper procedures, policies in places which works as guidelines for you. Of course, to make sure you are aligned to your goal and objectives. Then also, I've also found out in these 20 years I've been in this industry that you cannot do this business alone. You need other partners, what you can call strategic partners or alliances. In the industry, can be local, international, or within actually a community. So you need these partners who are like-minded partners to come on board and also help you to grow your business, especially those who will provide forward and backward linkages. You need to link with other players. Like for us, financial cooperative, you must link up with the other forms of cooperatives, both forward and backward linkages. For instance, I can bring an example of dairy farming. You link up with the dairy cooperatives, those are actually backward linkages. Then forward linkages, you also link up with the agro-processors like Amos dairies, like Pearl dairies, and the rest. That one, those are the linkages I'm talking about. Then also you need also strategic partners who can actually come in and also give you technical advice, capacity building of your staff, and also do some institutional strengthening and development for you to grow, because it will be very, very hard, especially in this era, to do business alone. You'll not be able to grow and sustain your business alone. So you need those strategic and business partners who are like-minded, who can come in and help you, especially where you have some gaps or weaknesses. Then also, what I've also learned, my colleagues, is that any business to survive, you must be having a bankable roadmap. That is strategic business plan, which is your roadmap, which is actually well owned by almost all staff, right away from the bottom to the top, because that is your strategy and your roadmap. So you must, almost everybody must own it and believe in it and be able to use it, not just making it and then you keep it in the shelf. So you regularly review it, make sure after you have reviewed, all your staff know what are the strategic objectives that are there that you want to achieve. And that one can drive your business once it is well owned and used by all your staff. So, and I think in most cases, in our situation here, you find most people don't have such kind of strategic roadmap, business plan. Probably that's why most business fail. And this business plan must also be used, not just having it on paper. Of course, another key advantage that I've also seen, especially in a rural setting, we must also have comparative advantage. And this one comprises of active population who are engaged in a certain activity, like Professor has just said. For instance, in rural area, for us, we have that comparative advantage of our population being engaged in agriculture. Agriculture, of course, you know, it is crop farming and dairy farming. And that is the main activity. So you must have that advantage over other competition in order to survive. And of course, many people have been thinking that agriculture is not business, but I think in this modern era, agriculture is actually business. And even the commercial banks used to actually run away from agriculture because it is prone to risks and also this natural disaster. But with all mitigations and measures in place, you can still engage in that activity, which can actually give you a competitive advantage over others. And then your business will actually thrive on that and become more sustainable. Of course, again, we must also remember that in order to survive your business, you need also to give back to the community, especially through corporate social responsibility. You must be aware of your responsibility to the society and the stakeholders, and effectively fulfilling that role. So this means if you are in a certain community, please make sure you also give back to the community, either through road construction, a hospital. You can actually go to hospital, go to schools, both secondary and primary schools, and make sure you are also giving back to the community. In that way, actually, you are promoting your brand and business, and therefore, more customers will actually come in through word of mouth, and they appreciate what you are giving out through corporate social responsibility. Therefore, it will actually attract more people to your business, and of course, you will also be creating an economic development in your community. So that is also very, very key. So if you have a business or you are starting a business, make sure at a certain stage when you make profits, please make sure you share with the community somehow. They will actually appreciate. Of course, without forgetting that you must be having among the systems and structures I was also mentioning, the core banking system, or what I can call management information system, which is fully automated. These days, you will no longer do things on manual paper because it will bring you a lot of issues. You need a system that will help you to manage your business and grow, and actually also monitor your profitability, monitor all the key performance indicators like gross portfolio, outstanding portfolio at risk, areas rate, and all those. Just you can just put a report, real-time report, and then you can make informed decisions. It's very, very key. And like most people don't want to invest, but I think it's now very important. If you want your business to survive, make sure you have a system which is fully automated and can help you to manage your business and also produce real-time reports which you can base on to make decisions, and also study the trends and variances in your business you are doing, either on an annual basis, on a quarterly basis, to see those trends, how you are performing, and then you'll be able to, of course, to gauge how your business is moving. Of course, without forgetting branding, our image is very, very key. If you have to do any business and survive, you must create a brand that is believed in and is part of the culture of the institution, and can also exhibit your core values, especially if you have core values, they should also be exhibited through your brand. Brand is not only what you see on image or whatever signpost, but this one is actually part of the culture of the institution. For instance, For us here in EBO, a part of our brand is about our core values, like integrity must be exhibited through your staff when you interact with clients, and also commitment and excellence, and also show some teamwork, especially when it comes to doing business. All these ones should be part of the brand, which actually build your image. And once you build that brand very well, I must assure you that really you build the confidence and trust of the community members, potential, and even other stakeholders. And therefore, you will be able to attract more resources in the form of savings, in the form of share capital. They come into your institution. And once you attract that one, then that will actually reduce even the external borrowings. And we have most of internal generated funds, which will help you to grow your business and even maintain the liquidity management, which you can actually use for all actually to meet all financial obligations, which will actually fall due anytime. Those are short or long-term obligations. So you need to build the brand and image, and this one should be exhibited in your core values, as I've said. If you are an institution and you're actually more focused and you want to be more sustainable and serve your clients, that is very, very key. And of course, without forgetting that all this one to also happen, you also need risk management framework. Any business you are doing, whether financial or what, it is actually full of risks. There are inherent risks that we have in our business, which you can't do away with, especially strategic risks that are there, operational risks are there, also financial risks, which are actually very inherent in business, and sometimes also external risks, which you have no control over. So this means you must build a reliable risk management framework, which will easily detect, identify some of these risks, and then they can be mitigated before even they happen. Also, by building like a business continuity plan, some of these risks, by the way, may even fail to avoid them or detect them early. So you need, as part of risk management, build business continuity plan. In case this risk come and hit your business, what is your plan to continue operating? You must have that one in place, and regularly do some stress testing to this business continuity plan and see how it's working, so that in case of anything, you have a fallback position for your business. And then if it happens, any big risks, like let's say like fire, the building has got fire, you have a plan of relocating to another site where you will set temporary business location and you can operate. Of course, all that one must be part of your business continuity plan. That is very, very key. And of course, I can go on and on. There are very, very many factors critical for business plan. So I wanted to say that once you do that, especially in microfinance institutions, if you have all these factors and many more that I have not talked about, there is nobody who is actually an institution that is condemned to be small. It is all about our mindset. So you just go and those critical factors, make sure you put them in place, practice them, your business will actually grow. When you see on this business 10 years, you cannot grow from one level to another. It's all about the mindset. And I want to say that all these ones that I've just been talking about, these are best practices. And you know, best practices are best practices, and they belong to everybody, irrespective whether you are a SACCO commercial bank, or any other business. So with those few remarks, I want to say, currently our business has actually grown because of those critical factors. And now we are preparing to be regulated by central bank, and even some of the key performance indicators like portfolio growth, portfolio quality, savings, we actually rubbing shoulders with some of the micro deposit taking institutions in Uganda. So once again, thank you so much. And thank you for listening to me and also giving me the opportunity once again to present to all listeners, the academicians, the practitioners, and all those people who are interested in this one. And I feel happy to always, of course, share knowledge with you. They say knowledge shared is actually the knowledge which is best used in this world that we are in. Thank you so much. Wish you all the best.
Wow, that is really, thank you so much, Joseph Mugume. It's really a very great moment for us as a business school. The practical experience that we are really ushered in, you have really presented, rhymes well with always what we've been doing. It blends all the departments, the finance departments, I think we have had the accounting departments, marketing department. I think all the departments are really blended well there. And as a business school, we are really very much appreciative. And from the industrial base, from what you have presented, it's really very, very appealing. And I think members on the call, they have benefited a lot. At this moment, before we proceed to the other item on the agenda, I would like to recognize some of the people or some of the members here, our comrades. Professor Laura, who is also online. I would also want to recognize the director of MUB's Ginger Campus, Dr. Veronica Muchara, and also our heads of departments, Dr. Mutebi Henry, Dr. Viola Mpangwire. And also, I would like also to take this opportunity to recognize the members of Know Your Neighbor from Mbarara. I can see Mafari from Centenary Bank, Novatus, also from Mbarara University of Science and Technology, and other members that I cannot ably really recognize properly, but I've seen you there. And at this moment, I would like to move very fast because we need a bit of like 10 minutes. The Q&A session, I would like to give it only maybe 10 minutes. And if at all, Kadugara, I would request you to take us through the Q&A session. As we prepare after the Q&A session, there will be another item that I really bring it after that. Let it really maximize only 10 minutes so that we move to another item that will conclude our morning session today. Thank you. Over to you, Mr. Diaz, on the Q&A session or questions and answers, where Mr. Joseph Mugume will also respond, but I know mainly these are supplements and maybe appreciation. Over to you, Mr. Diaz Kadugara.
Thank you so much, our host this morning, Dr. Benon Muhumza, and to you, our guest speaker, our very own Joseph. We really want to thank you so much. We appreciate. Thank you, and may God bless you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, the call, you are free. Feel free to put up your hand, the electronic hand. I will let you ask a question. This is our time. We have 10 minutes. Or you can type the question in the chat. I will be able to read it for our presenter to respond. At the moment, yes, appreciating. Thank you so much for your presentation. That was a good presentation. I can see Amanya. I can see my good friend Ezabu. They are all appreciating. As of now, I am seeing a comment to you, our presenter. If you would wish or like to comment on the diploma, vis-a-vis degree graduates as your employees in your organization.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Gadugara, for that comment. Anyway, it's good that you have brought it in. I want to assure you that in EBO SACCO, we are so far having total number of employees around 185, but more than 50% they come from Makerere University Business School, that is MUBS. Both graduates with the diploma, postgraduate diploma, bachelor's, and also MBA. Why we do this, we know, of course, MUBS, students who come from MUBS, most of them, they are well branded. And when they come, they are easy to orient and induct and also train, because they already have the business skills which actually they acquire from your university. So we really cherish them very much, and they form the biggest percentage of our employees here. Of course, without forgetting that I'm also an alumni. I also tend to bring most of my alumni who come from MUBS, those actually who follow us, and those even who started with us, they are here with us, and they are doing a very wonderful job. So also we offer internship mostly for your students from Mbarara campus. They are all here in all our branches. We have a branch network of 12 branches, and most of these branches, they are actually give opportunity to our students who come here for internship. And when they do internship, is one way of incubation ground. So once we see that they actually have the potential and the skill, when they are doing the internship, after they have finished their studies, we call them back and they come and work for us. So we actually give you a very big credit for preparing these potential employees who come and actually do some excellent work for us here in our institution. Thank you so much.
Right, so much, our presenter. And quickly, I'm carrying out a quick scan in the chat, but this one is mine, and I just wanted to request you that when I was looking at the participation, you were speaking close to 100, over 80 participants, some of whom are from our city in Mbarara here, some are from the central market. These are our associates. Some are from Baby Corner, Koranori markets. So you are free to use the language these people are comfortable with, especially the Munyankore, to invite people. They can come to EBO SACCO, work as a Fibra account, sources of funding, probably finance their businesses. So you are free to use the language.
Okay. Okay, wari munonga kumbereza omukishogwe gamba Munyankore nyenda kutwara umurango ogu again kutera umuranga abanya Uganda na munonga wakurwa mu Western Uganda na munongo muri Mbarara na district eziherire EBO ni institution nari ni financial cooperative empango emwe omuri chwekechi tuyina amataji 12 kandi utire wacho nacho tkosa oberezo bwasumu na n'ibintu na ATM yo kweta vav card so no ko dagira branch no baza kutunga oberezo so ni ntero muranga abantu bona bari mu chekesha bataka igwira account bije bigura account batunje obereza turwana soboro nendwara no butamanya mujanga chitu akubanugwe mugwasho kwitu of course university yo ne preparing abantu baherezo bwenge konkanitwe ntwija mukaba stakeholders tuigaze change recho cha sente cyo butagira sente so wote nyine sente zo kora business no sakwija ngibitandugamba haha no sakuboine idea zo inechi konka wote nyine sente nabo tukakora so mwija mtuwaherezo buhereza no basa kubika nari mtunjeroni amagoba amache kandi tuine products nyingi na munonga ezikwata abyo buhinji ebyo burisa abashuzi za social loans za school fees na nuwo kurui warwara nawe ntuweza kweza loan twiremo na products zindi amazing za solar za biogas abinji numure hati ensi tanje kwinuka yazamu inzura nizura kugwa akugira ngo ensi tugisisire konka mwija tubahereza sente no tandika honka biogas no shanga kitakwenda kushishiha ensi obuhangwa bwensi na rodonde bwensi kandi twantukorecho ensi yitu negumeterire byo tukwenda njenja kare na bijukuru bitu na batano bitu bashange jesero twantukosaje ebintu ebiriho takugishisha tukatema imiti tukashanga ensi amatakani gagenda umushana gutera nuko so ebintu nuko mwije na munonga bari muri Mbarara tunitaji aho opposite Central Market akizimbe cya Kirimi haro branch yari mu town muza kuzaho then abakurga za Bwizwera niyo head office na main branch eri twinanazo edijo branch eri Kabohe mu town abashema na Bushenyi na Kashaka haro branch then Katro corridor Kiruhura that is Rushere Kiruhura Kazo twino branch Kinoni Kazo hariyo branch na Rushere hariyo branch tugenze twayongera twazishongoro warwo muri Ibanda tuwadizika mwenje nayo hariyo branch twino branch also Ibanda nayo hariyo branch Igorra na nahandi tyo nahandi wota kufika branch nwasakosa esumu wo iziromebo so ija okwigura no mutwaro kumone chweka noyendanga muntu yawe byo kwetakisana munonga then ukatanga ukabika ukatunga uhereza nitwe mwebare munonga.
Wow, thank you so much, our presenter, for striking a balance. You know, I was given 10 minutes and I have 2 minutes to close this session. But allow me, ladies and gentlemen on call, say this, that Mbarara campus, we have been receiving applications for those diplomas and programs. And officially, we closed yesterday, Monday on 3rd, but feel free to bring your application because the campus is open. The director's office is always open. Bring your academic documents, then we shall admit you probably for our next intake, which is early January, February next year, but our office is open. That is as far as diploma admissions are concerned. Then it is as I have said before, that it has been our desire, and indeed it is our target as MUBS Mbarara campus, to see the quality of life our students wish to live improve. The quality of life our staff wish to live improve. And as a result, that's why every Tuesday morning we bring you these discussions. Having said that, allow me, our host, to also recognize a few of our participants, but you are all very important participants, and thank you. I have seen Professor Achimre Richard on call, and this one is our Deputy Director, Academics here at MUBS Mbarara campus. And we have our regular attendees. I have seen Racheja. Thank you so much. I have seen Dr. Rufaro. I have seen quite a number of Rotarians. I've seen our alumni, those who have been our students here. We really want to thank you so much. I have seen MUBS main campus fraternity. Thank you for finding time and join us. Having said all this, allow me to end here and wish you the best of luck. I have remained Kadugara, who works here in MUBS Mbarara in Director's office. Back to you, our host.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Diaz Kadugara. You know, as we are trying to conclude, as MUBS fraternity or MUBS Mbarara campus, our agenda is always to impart knowledge, to make sure that in the business area or the business arena, we are moving on well. That's why we blend in the practical practitioners and from the industrial base so that we make it more complete as a whole product. The next item on the agenda of course, Dias Kadugara has ventured into it. And I would like still once again, Kadugara, having been in this area of, is the communications officer, and he has really touched again another item which I actually intended to bring at the end of the day. MUBS having been at the spear, at the forefront of trying to educate Ugandans about the business perfection, business resilience. We cannot go or leave such a presentation without reminding you where these branches are, and different branches, different programs that actually help us to perfect the business resilience, our main theme, or the theme that really guide us to continue presenting this morning series. I would like to request once again, Mr. Kadugara, though he had started presenting it, to actually remind our participants and the audience about MUBS programs and the new programs that have been really brought to the regional campuses, especially in Mbarara, where we are located, and a few other requirements that are necessary, in particular the diplomas that have been really talked about, so that people get to know, or to have the clear picture about our programs in a few minutes, so that we can really remain in the allocated time of this morning series. Over to you, Mr. Kadugara, once again, for the sake of clarity.
Right, thank you so much, our host. Like has been requested, MUBS Mbarara campus, we are found here in Kamkuzi. That's why you can trace us. If you can, you reach to us here at Mbarara. If you from Mbarara city, you can access our campus via Ntare Road, about 1.5 kilometers from the city center, or you can use Kabare Mbarara Highway, and then you turn on your right towards Bushenyi Shaka Highway. And then after Red Corner, you turn on your right, you will reach to us here in MUBS Mbarara campus. Now, MUBS Mbarara campus, we teach quite a number of programs ranging from certificate. We have 2 certificate programs. We teach 2 diploma programs, that is accounting and finance and business administration. We also teach 2 master's programs, that is our premier MBA and Masters of Science in Procurement Supply Chain Management. And then we teach about 5, actually 6 degree programs. I have not mentioned these in details in full, but degree programs include commerce, business administration, procurement, human resource, science in accounting, and travel and tourism management. For more details, I have typed our contacts and our email in the chat. In terms of fee structure, in terms of the benefits, do we offer scholarships? Yes, all these are there. So in case you are interested in more information about this, you can always reach to us through the contacts in the chat, or you can physically come to our campus. The director's office is always open. We are always here full time. So these are the programs that we teach as the campus. Having said this, allow me, our host, I have seen our good friend on call, my good friend OSJ, Ronald, and Ronald is the branch manager, Stanbic, here in Mbarara. Thank you so much for finding time and be with us this morning. Yes, it is true, MUBS has other campuses. We have a campus in Arua, we have a campus in Mbare, we have a campus in Jinja. And all these were created by our mother institution, MUBS main campus, primarily to do exactly what we are doing. And I'm sure we have ever since met the expectation of our creators, of our fathers. Having said this, Mr. Host, Dr. Benon, allow me end here and then return your mic. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dias Kadugara. Conclusively, I would like to really thank all the members on call, and in particular, the members of Mbarara City from the central market, Stanbic manager, who has also has been able to attend this morning, and other participants that I know who are really from the central market, from the Barara city in particular. We really appreciate, and we really would like to request you once again that on Tuesday early morning hours from 7 to 8, we have a number of, we have some kind of medicine to see how we can perfect our businesses here and there. Under the umbrella, our theme is business resilience. And that is very crucial for us to succeed, especially in the new city that is growing up. And other people that have not been really able to recognize they are there, but get to know that we really love you and we appreciate you, and we call upon you to continue participating in this morning series of Tuesday from Makerere University Business School. Now, in the interest of time, I would like to say today, it's been really a very, very wonderful day, that all the guests or the presenters have been really within the limit of the required time or allocated time. And based on that, allow me to say, have a blessed day and a wonderful week. May God bless you all through the participants. Hoping to see you next time.
Bye.
Have a nice day. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.